everyone, and welcome back to Easy Cooking with Linda B. I had an interesting day today. This morning, I had to go for an MRI of my knee. And I had one last year. What most of you do not know, when I was doing my videos, I was in an awful lot of pain with my left knee because I had fractured my tibia. I had no idea how I did it. All I know is I was on walkers and crutches and downing Advil like there was no tomorrow. Well, now my right knee's acting up. So we have to figure out what's going on with that. And I think everything's going to be okay, but I'll find out. So today I am going to make something I love to make, which you notice by a lot of my videos I do, and I make soup. Well, this is not just a regular soup. This is a Tuscan white bean soup. It's beautiful to look at, and it's packed with nutrients, all good vegetables, and everything that makes you feel warm on a cold day like today. And I'm going to show you how I put mine together. Okay, so I have my Dutch oven warming up, and I'm going to start out by adding some oil. I'm going to put in a good tablespoon of oil. I love this soup because it screams Italian. Everything about it is Italian. I'm not Italian, but I tell you, I think I am by heart because I love Italian cooking and I love Italian food. So what I'm going to start out with is celery. Now, this usually calls for like 2 or 3 ribs, but I used up all my short ribs, if you will, with this celery, and the longer ribs are getting soft, they're getting old, they're perfect for a soup. So I'm just going to use everything I have up. Ooh, perfect, hear that sizzle. And then along with that, I'm going to add 2 carrots that I've diced. And a half of a large white onion that I've diced. So I'm going to mix this all together. We're expecting snow, by the way. We're under a snowstorm watch until Monday, so we'll see what happens. This is southern New England, and we get all that weather, but we'll have to wait and see. So here, what I will do is I'm going to add my spices. I'm going to let everything cook together. So I'm going to take a teaspoon, and I have whole thyme, which is dried. I'm going to take a teaspoon of that. Sprinkle that on. And also, I'm going to take rosemary, which is dry. Oh, I guess that's not going to work. We'll have to do it this way. Okay. And I'm going to take some cayenne, and I'm going to do a pinch of it, a very small pinch. Okay, you don't have to put the hot in there or any red pepper flakes or cayenne. You could leave that out. So I'm going to sprinkle just a scant amount. That's it. Okay, and I'm going to mix this up. Now what I'll do is cover this and let the vegetables cook for at least 5 to 7 minutes so they start to wilt down and get soft. And I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, now the vegetables have been cooking for almost 10 minutes actually. So now I want to continue to build flavor. So now I'm going to add garlic. I have quite a bit of garlic in here. I'm not going to tell you how much. Seriously. Well, I can tell you because it's got to remember the size of the cloves vary. So really I have 6 in here, but there's some really thin, skinny ones. So I don't really count them. And now I want to add some salt. I'm not going to put a lot because I'm going to go to my favorite flavor, and that is better than bouillon chicken. So I'm going to take a teaspoon of that, a little more than a teaspoon, plop it in here. And like I think I told you in my other videos, that this stuff is very good. I love these bouillons, especially this brand, but they are very salty. So I have to watch how much sodium I put inside of there. And now I'm only going to add just a small amount of black pepper because after all, I did add that cayenne pepper. So I don't want to burn the soup out. So we'll stop at that amount. Give this a good mix. Ooh, I can really smell that now. Oh, smells so good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is let the garlic cook for about a minute, minute and a half. What I'm going to do is add my chicken broth. Now today I'm using unsalted. That's perfect since I have the bouillon in there. So I'm going to put all of this in. So I am using the large containers. These are 32-ounce containers of chicken broth. You can also get chicken stock. You could use whatever you want. Ooh, that looks good. Now, the star ingredient that is going into the soup is the white beans. And I am using cannellini beans. I'm using two 14.5-ounce cans. And what I've done is I've drained them and I've rinsed the beans very well. So now I will carefully put them into my broth here. And I'm putting them in at this time because I want to blend the flavors together, and it's all going to taste amazing when it's done. So I'm going to increase my heat here to high. I want to bring it to a boil, then I'm going to lower the temperature to a simmer for about 10-15 minutes. And then I'm going to add a few other things. So I'll get right back with you. So while it's come to a boil, I want to talk to you about a friend of mine. And his name is Chris. And his channel name is Godfather BBQ Italian. I mentioned him once, I think about a year ago. This guy is great. Well, he made a dish, and I'm going to kill the name, Chris, I'm sorry, but it's called pasta Aglio Olio. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, it was a pasta dish that was super simple, and you could tell it was packed with flavor with garlic. So what I'm going to do is put a link to the channel and a link to that video in my description box below. Please go check it out. Chris is a delight to watch. And please tell him that I sent you. Okay, so this soup has been boiling, or I should say simmering, for about 15 minutes. It's doing beautifully. When you cook your soup for a great length of time, the beans start to break down, and they also help to thicken your soup, which is what it has done here. Now, it wouldn't be Italian soup if it wasn't for a leafy green. Now, you can use either kale, spinach, or what I have here is escarole. Escarole is excellent for soups. And I have probably about 2 cups. So what I did was I rinsed and I chopped them to bite-sized pieces. So now what I will do is put them in here. That. And mix this all together. What I want to also tell you about is there's another YouTube channel I came across a few months ago, and the channel name is Kevin Kolbe, Kolbe. Now, he's a YouTube creator, and he helps people over 40 create and work on their own channels. Like there's so much to know about with YouTube. I mean, it's just amazing what you need to know. It's just incredible. Well, Kevin has been very helpful in showing his viewers on how to set up your pages, how do you peruse your way through YouTube. So I'm going to put a link to his channel in my description box also. And I'm mentioning him because he's been very helpful to me and I really appreciate him. So now what I will do with my soup is I'm going to cover it. Oh, it looks so good. And now I'm going to let it cook for about 10 more minutes and I'll be right back with you. So the soup is done. Oh my goodness. This is a thing of beauty. Now I'm going to scoop some up into my bowl. Look at that. Doesn't it make you want to go and make this yourself? Trust me, you will not be disappointed. Oh, it's so beautiful. The escarole is melted or wilted down. Ah, here we go. So now I am going to go in for a taste test. Let me cover this up. There. Okay, so now as you can see, I have some crusty bread with that. Always perfect with soup. Now I'm going in for a taste. Oh my gosh. This is so good. The beans really give it that awesome flavor. And like I told you, it thickens the soup, so it's really delicious. And of course, all of the vegetables blended together just gives it this incredible flavor. Mm. Oh, you have to make it. It is so delicious. Oh, and I also meant to tell you, you can add a squeeze of fresh lemon to your soup. That will brighten it up, bring out all the flavors. That's if you want to. You don't have to, but it's a great thing to do. So I hope you enjoyed watching my video of me making this really delicious Tuscan white bean soup. And remember, everyone, enjoy life and never stop learning. Bye now.